It had been months of quiet tension simmering between us. Something subtle but undeniable had shifted. We were drifting apart, slowly, almost imperceptibly, until the distance between us felt too wide to ignore. For 5 years, Lena and I had built what looked like an ideal life. Laughter, routines, comfort, but lately it all felt hollow. I couldn't explain why. It wasn't that we fought more or loved less. It was that the spark that once lit everything between us had faded into a dull, cold glow. The warmth was gone. The closeness. The simple, effortless way we used to reach for each other. It was as if she'd quietly pulled away, not emotionally at first, but physically, until the space between us became a wall neither of us knew how to climb. It all began with one conversation. I came home from work exhausted, but relieved to be back. Usually, seeing her made the long day worth it. Her smile, her presence, the feeling that this was where I belonged. But that night, something was different. The light in her eyes was gone, replaced by something detached. Cold. We sat down for dinner, and halfway through, she spoke, so casually, as if commenting on the weather. "I've been thinking about intimacy lately," she said. My fork froze midway to my mouth. "Intimacy?" I repeated, forcing a laugh. "What about it?" She studied me, silent, measuring my reaction. Then she spoke again, calm, deliberate. "I think from now on, intimacy should be on my terms. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I need to take control of it." For a moment, I didn't even breathe. Her words hit me like a punch I didn't see coming. "Take control?" I echoed, trying to understand. She nodded, setting her fork down, her expression unreadable. "I'm tired of feeling pressured. I want things to happen when I want them to, not because it's expected. I've given too much of myself without considering what I need. That stops now." Her tone wasn't angry. It was final. A verdict. I sat there, stunned, the weight of her words sinking in. She wasn't asking to talk about it.
She was telling me how it would be.
"So what you're saying," I finally asked, "is that the way things have been isn't enough anymore?" She gave a small shrug, almost indifferent. "I think we've just been going through the motions. I need something different: space, control, time." Her calmness scared me more than anger ever could. Something in her voice told me there was more to this than she was admitting. I could feel it, an undercurrent of secrecy, something she wasn't ready to say out loud. But I didn't push. I knew that pressing her would only drive her further away. The days that followed felt empty. I tried to respect her wishes, to give her the control she wanted, but each moment of distance made me feel less like her partner and more like a stranger in my own home. We'd stopped touching, stopped reaching for each other. We had become polite, distant, roommates with shared memories instead of shared hearts. Weeks passed like that until one Friday night when she went out with friends. I sat alone in the quiet apartment, thoughts spinning like a storm. I couldn't live like this, waiting, guessing, hoping. That's when I decided to do something different. Something for me. The next evening, she came home and froze in the doorway. I was sitting calmly on the couch, TV murmuring in the background. On the table in front of me sat a small black box. Her eyes narrowed. "What is this?" she asked, voice tight. "Why are you doing this?" I didn't answer right away. I opened the box slowly and pushed it toward her. Inside were 2 plane tickets to the place we'd always dreamed of visiting but never had. The destination we'd promised each other years ago. Her expression shifted from confusion to disbelief. "You're serious? You just bought these?" I looked her in the eye. "Yeah, I'm serious. You said you're taking control of what you need. I'm doing the same. This isn't about control. It's about moving forward. With or without you." For the first time in weeks, her composure cracked. I saw emotion flicker across her face, shock, anger, maybe even guilt. "I didn't want it to come to this," she whispered finally. "I just didn't know how else to reach you." I stared at her for a long moment, unsure whether to laugh or cry. "Maybe this is how we reach each other," I said softly, "by finally admitting we're not the same people anymore." The tickets sat between us, untouched. Neither of us moved to take them. And in that silence, something shifted, a quiet acknowledgement that whatever we'd been before, we weren't that anymore. It wasn't an ending, not yet. But it was a moment of truth. A moment when control stopped being about power and started being about letting go.